real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Thank you again for stopping by. Really appreciate it, man. I never take it for granted. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I see you on here, Jacob Tanjay. I'm sure Michael Beat Your Life will be on here later. I really appreciate how y'all moderate. The next time I have a live stream on YouTube, I'd like to get maybe one or two more moderators. I'm going to ask Elliot Mercado and anybody else that wants to moderate. I want to welcome my old heads. I see 53 Shades Darker, Doubtful, Genius, Jeffrey Tad. I see y'all, man. Michael B. He says, this looks like a great topic. People often live like they'll live forever instead of living a life worth cherishing. That's great, man. I couldn't have said it any better. There's Elliot. Any new viewers and subscribers watching this for the first time, I want to welcome you. Anybody that's catching this on the replay. But the peso is 55.36. It's hovering around that 55 and a half for the last week or so. If you're over here, you know it's a great thing. It's really a beautiful thing. I came up with the topic, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? A few things, when Clarence Melvin Williams Jr. passed away, also by us officially moving into this apartment on the beach, I just wanted to say, a person without a dream is a dead person, man. But of course, before we get on the topic, I want to address something real quick. It's a lot going on about should YouTubers charge consultation fees. Now, I saw where the guy Zoom to Thailand was attacked, and I'm gonna keep it on me, but I want to take up for him a little bit. Not all YouTubers are justified right now, okay? But you say let's keep it on me, okay? I'm approaching 50,000 subscribers, right? I'm gonna tell you why some people are justified in doing that. Number one is time. Y'all know I don't do it. I don't charge consultation fees, but I'm gonna plead his case. And we don't need to be fighting on here, guys. Don't knock another man. Every situation is different, but number one is time. Okay, I got 50,000. Just say, for instance, let's be real conservative about it. Let's say that I've got a core of 200 people, and they're steadily shooting me emails, messengers, text, and everything, WhatsApp, asking information, man. It's pulling a lot of time from me. Now take a guy like Zoom to Thailand who has 100,000 subscribers. He's a whole lot more popular than me. And he's in Thailand. 6 times more people visit Thailand than they do the Philippines. Imagine all the time, that he's, sacrificing. So that's one reason, the time. Number two is you got to keep being honest. Some of you people take advantage. You take kindness for weakness. I just got an email 3 days ago from some guy, man. He had a list of stuff he wanted answers to from me. I'm thinking to myself, dude, you need to pay somebody to do that. Who do you think I am? I don't mind because I answered it for him. But I can see where these YouTubers, these popular guys, the ones who have a big following, people emailing and stuff, to keep people honest, because y'all take kindness for weakness. You know that if it's free, you're going to keep on shooting those emails, messengers. But he says, hey, look, 25 an hour, whatever it is, 200, whatever he's charging. Okay, that is to separate the serious people from the con men, really, which is what y'all doing. You say, well, I'm supporting you. Well, but he's putting out emails. We're putting out, videos and stuff. Okay, but remember to keep honest people honest. And the third thing is, look, people really need this consultation. I know you're sitting back thinking, oh, nobody needs that. We're grown men. You can come to Asia on your own. Listen, I'm boots on the ground, man. Y'all know a lot of people come here to see me. People are lost, man. They need those services that people like Zoom to Thailand and others offer. Get off these guys' backs, man. They're giving pertinent information. It's a difference when you got 10,000 subscribers and somebody else got 100,000. Okay, it's totally different, man. But yeah, some YouTubers are justified in charging those because before I had my channel, I used to wonder, is that even justified for somebody to charge that? But then when I see all the time and effort and expense that goes into answering all these emails and messengers and WhatsApp, I say you damn right, especially when you got a big channel. You got a lot of followers. So come on, guys. Don't knock those guys. If you don't want to pay, then don't pay. But why would you knock somebody like that? I mean, if you're a growing channel out there, if you're a potential YouTuber, let me give you some great information. It's going to help you. Don't talk about other YouTubers like that, man. Don't put them down because I'm going to tell you, your credibility is going to be shot. But yeah, some guys are justified in charging those fees because people really need it. I've had guys over here totally lost, man. I don't charge them anything. But if I did, who could blame me? I mean, they basically need you to hold them by the hand and take them around, man. And we're not babysitters, guys. Hey, Ronnie Villanova, he says, yes. What are we going to do for the rest of our lives? It's a good question. Yeshua is the answer. Is that a religion? W Secrets to Success, thanks for that super chat. He says, consultants, it's a consulting fee. It's not worth your money. It's not worth my time. Absolutely. See, that's beautiful, guys. People can understand that, but if you're not walking in his shoes and you don't have thousands of emails, I can open up my email right now and show you. I got hundreds. I make it a point to answer them all. I've got a Sunshine Shoulders messenger. I've got a personal Facebook messenger. I've got a WhatsApp. There's people on there all the time, every day, man. I try to do my best to answer as many as I possibly can. But this guy in Thailand, he's twice as big as me. He's 10 times more popular, and more people are coming there. Get off his back, guys. Come on. I don't know how much black belt people, but he's another guy who's justified in charging that. Whatever they're charging, it's worth it. But instead of criticizing them, you say this: if you don't need it, don't pay it. What's up, Hollywood baby? Thanks for that. He says, nice crib you got there, Cal. Yeah, this is the only reason I did it, guys. It's not like I'm rich. I'm rich already. But I'm saying it's not like I got money just flowing everywhere. This was a dream of mine. And I had to sacrifice because, believe it or not, when I went to Cebu last weekend, I spent $15,000. We was only there 3 days. So imagine spending $20,000 for the whole month. That includes everything. I'm right on the beach. I don't have to go anywhere. So this place is actually going to save us some money. The Beach of Life says the education people need is right here in YouTube. Just got to show up to school every day. Yeah, but some guys, when they get boots on the ground, they're lost, man. They really are lost. And they need that consultation, that one-on-one. I don't charge it. But I can see where guys do that because especially when you get big like that, you're talking about his time. You're talking about people, you can separate the serious guys from the guys who are just simply ask you questions because they know they can. It's free. And then, of course, people need it, man. They really, really need it. Okay, he says, can you resend an email? Here it is. I try my best to answer them. And then with Gmail, what they'll do, they'll even remind you if you got an email that you haven't responded to in 3 or 4 days, they'll remind you. Jim West says, I never thought of it that way. I thought it was kind of shady of Richie to charge people to help them. Thank you for explaining it. Still, it's not cheap to get there and rent a hotel only. Yeah. But yeah, he's justified in it. He's not cheesy in any kind of way. You know, if you come over, that's no different than, okay, Jeffrey Tatter, who I consider a good friend of mine. I've never met him, but we talk just about every day. He hooked me up with Mr. Lee when I went to Thailand. It's no different than a consultation, really. Mr. Lee showed me around everywhere, took me everywhere I need to go. It wasn't free either. But it you know, the more you need that consultation, Tim, why would you want to spend all that money to come over here and rent a hotel and then be lost over here? Don't know where to go. Don't know who to see. But I'm just saying, my point is, why would you knock a man's business plan like that? I mean, let's look at it from both sides. Rag Jam Rock says a lot of people ask questions they can get right off the internet. Time is money for many people. Absolutely. This is the first point I made, Rag Jam Rock. You're exactly right. And when you got a big channel, I was being conservative. I said 200 people on my channel that consult me, man, you know. But I have a lot of live streams, so I answer a lot of questions here. You don't have to consult with me, okay? But I've never charged, and I never will. I let the universe pay me, but to knock those guys and say that it's not worth it, yeah, it is. It's worth every dime because I'm seeing it myself. There's a guy over here now, hell, I basically had to do everything for him. I even had to hook him up with a girlfriend. You know, and I'm not a matchmaker, but the young lady was right there, had asked me some time ago and said, hey, you know, do you have any of your subscribers would like to meet me? I said, okay, and they hooked up. Hey, Alpino Art says, I don't see nothing wrong with getting money if you can't do your own recon. It is what it is. Yeah, a lot of people need it, man. I'm telling you, they do. Aura Drip TV says, first live I made. Keep it up. Thanks. Everything in life isn't free. That's right. Hey, JJ. Oh, man. He says, hola, Calvin from South Africa. Wow. Yeah, I'm living the dream, man. Let's get to the topic. You know, what are you going to do for the rest of your life, man? You know, I put in my description, I said, each day brings us closer to the end. You know, it's time to shit, I get off the pot. Time to, if you don't have a bucket list, man, you need to start one now before this live stream is over or during this live stream. Okay? Because I think everybody should have a dream. Everybody should have something to look forward to, something to get excited about, something to jump out of bed, that makes you jump out of bed every morning. And see, I've been dealing with, you know, Napoleon Hill, Dennis Kimbrough, Augmentino, and all these guys, W. Clement Stone, for years. And thoughts do become things, man, you know. But you got to put it out there first. You got to have the dream for it to ever come true. So I had a sweet spot, and I still got a sweet spot in St. Carlos City. But this is the sweetest spot, man. This is right out of my dreams. This is right out of my head. Me and Merlin were sitting on the beach this morning, drinking coffee. And I'm sitting out there looking. Then I sit and see her next to me, you know, fit, feminine, friendly, fantastic Filipino, right? You know, that'll bend over backwards for me. They'll do anything for me. And I'm saying, dude, you live in the dream. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. What's up, Rasta Nod? He said, hey, Cal, long time, brother. Congrats on your new place. Man, I appreciate it. Thank you. There's my email. But yeah, what are you going to do? Talk to me, man. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? You know, one of my subscribers, Tony, he came over here. He said, man, I'm going to accept your challenge. He says, what do I have to lose? He said, why not go to the Philippines? And he's over here having the time of his life, man. He said, thumbs up, guys. Thanks, Jacob. Mark Max says, got to know your self-worth. People have no idea the time and effort some put into their product. Absolutely. And it's easy to criticize, man. You know, it takes so many more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Agmandino said, it takes the same effort to succeed as it does to fail. So why don't you just use that energy to succeed and to be positive, man, instead of being negative all the time? You know, because negativity don't sell on YouTube, man. I'm going to tell you, it doesn't. Why do you think, do you have any troll channels with 100,000? I don't think so. And 50,000, they usually stop around 3,000. That's about how far they get. You know, because people don't want to hear that stuff, man. You know, people want something to look forward to, guys. And yeah, so, you know, I'm taking up for them YouTubers like that. Now, if I got 5 YouTubers and I don't have any experience, any following, I'm over in Houston, Texas, or Florida somewhere giving advice on the Philippines, then I say, no, that's bullshit. But for a man who's boots on the ground, got 100,000 subscribers, super popular, he's really like a celebrity, and you just want to fill his inbox with a bunch of questions, man, yeah, he needs to charge you. Hey, W, Secrets to Success, thanks for that super chat. He says, but for those that offer consultation services or SME, you must add value and be truthful. Otherwise, the truth will come out and to kick you in that butt. Absolutely. Why do y'all think I don't play around on here? I'm going to tell you how I'm living over here, what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. You may see something different, but you're not going to say, oh, he's lying. Because some guy in my last video, when I talk about officially moved in, he said he came over here and, oh, the Philippines is not like what you describe it to be. I said, dude, you the problem. I said, very few people come over here and don't get what they were looking for. You're the problem. You know, how can you blame it on me? Because you didn't get it on. You know, you didn't get it on. See what I'm saying? But that's what they'll do. They'll blame you for their inadequacy. There's very few people who ever come over here and didn't get what they were looking for. And, you know, an abundance of it. What's up, Kamal? He says, after I covered my bucket list at 37, Cal make a new list. Until recently, I didn't consider. Absolutely, man. I always have something to look forward to. When I made up my mind to come to the Philippines, man, I used to be at the YMCA, I promise you. It was so ingrained in my subconscious, man. I could feel the heat on my neck, on the back of my neck, man. Y'all think I'm joking. I could feel my feet in the sand. I'd be driving from one insurance appointment to the next. My mind was focused on the Philippines. Sometimes I'd get from one appointment to the other and don't even remember driving to the appointment. That's how locked in I was. Hey, Ricky Chan, he said, my own Boontalk brother Cal from Hong Kong. Oh, man. They calling in from everywhere. Hong Kong, South Africa. Macton Barber says, I have an old friend that was a Saturday morning television wrestler, was over in the Philippines 2 years ago. He just had quadruple heart bypass. Doctors told him to lift nothing heavier than a spoon. Wow. Robert Dame says, vloggers from Boots on the Ground Experience are the Put Your Life Together Geek Squad. Yeah, see, people think that I'm bragging or something by when I show my life on net. online. No, I'm not. I want to be an example. I want to show people, okay, here's another option that you have. You do have options, even if it's just this one, but it's not. You got a lot of options, but this is one of them. And that's the reason I do it, because I know people watch me who in the same state of mind I was. You tired of that rat race, man? You tired of the hamster wheel? You tired of being underappreciated? Okay? You're not totally unappreciated, but we're underappreciated by a mile over there. And then you come over here and a woman says, hey, how do you want your coffee? One guy, he picked that out of that video yesterday. The women over here, they still cook your meals, man. I'm like, well, you don't even have to ask them. Merlin will come up here and say, it's time to eat for breakfast. I'm like, well, damn, I didn't even ask you to cook me breakfast. Let's see. Eddie Sanders says, I'm going to move over there because nothing here for me no more. After finding the right woman, the area you're in looks like a great retirement place. Thanks for opening up my eyes, Cal. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm trying to do. It's just to open up your eyes a little bit more. To say, hey, this might be the place for you. Or there's some places like this around the world. See, when I was 10 years old, my mother, she did the best she could. But we didn't have gloves. We would wear socks on our hands to school, man. We'd be freezing on the bus stop, walking to school. I made up in my mind then, 50 years ago, that I was going to live somewhere where it never got cold because I don't like the cold. And here I am, man. I didn't ask the universe, send me. I didn't limit my choices. I didn't say, I want to live on a sugar sand beach in South Africa. If I can't have that, I don't want nothing. No, I left it open. I just put it out there, and it just so happened to be Siquijor Island, man. So that's the way I look at it, guys. Have a dream. Have some kind of dream. Hey, my big fat Filipino life. Thanks for that super sticker. Y'all check out his channel. He's a new vlogger. Now, he's kind of like the opposite of a troll. He kind of like promotes other channels, which is good. Retired 2019 says, I love visiting baseball stadiums. It's a weird hobby, but it gives me joy. Yeah, whatever it is that's going to get you out of the bed, get you out of that routine, then do it. But just to sit around and complain, man, come on. Because once you get over here, see, this apartment that I have, it reopens that old, can I live in the Philippines on $1,000 budget? Yeah, it opens that back up because this is $360, everything, utilities included. I'm right on the beachfront. So now I've got $640 more dollars. So 29 of that is going to go toward my immigration. Now I got $611 left for my food and my entertainment. You're already in a tourist spot. This is the tourist spot in in Siquijor Island, the San Juan area. I'm already here. I don't have to go anywhere else. It's restaurants all up and down this main road. They call that Siquijor Probation Road. Other resorts, if I wanted to. This whole island, I think it's only like, the guy said 71 kilometers. But I saw a sign, I think it's only 53 kilometers. It's all type of tourist attractions on this one island. So I'm already here. So, yeah, you could do it in this particular situation. And that's a fact. Ronnie says, every day we're getting closer to the end. By the end of your life here on earth is just the beginning of your eternity. See, I tell people all the time, I don't know a whole lot about eternal life, but I do know about eternal death. My mother died in 1993, man. The saddest day of my life. Nothing comes close to that. And I haven't seen her since. I've seen her in my dreams, man, but I haven't seen her since. So I know about eternal death. Larry Lindsay says, so if you have friends or kids in college and they play sports to help stop racism, we need to stop them from making money off of black people if they don't want to pass laws to help us support. Come on, guys. Let's don't bring race into this. I've had enough of race, man. It is what it is. You know, I fight it at every turn, but I don't think this is the channel for it. My big fat Filipino life said, listen, my brother, you are the best. You are the most genuine YouTuber in the Philippines. I'm on board. But thank you, man. I mean, that's a compliment coming from you, a fellow YouTuber. I'm just genuine, man. If you can't say anything else about me, I'm genuine. I'm the same guy on here as you're going to see in person. It's just that simple, man. Don, what's up? It's my homeboy. He said, what's up, brother Cal? Good to see you over on Siquijor Island. This is a beautiful place, man. I keep saying that, but it is, man. This may be, it's always been my favorite place in all the Philippines. I've been to Boracay. I haven't been up in Luzon a whole lot, but Boracay, Bohol, all the up and down Cebu Island, Lady, this is it for me. This is really a nice place. And if I ever get a hunker in me in Maryland that we want the city life, hell, Dumagetti's a 30-minute ferry ride, and you're there. But this is the sweetest spot, man. It doesn't get any better than this, man. I hate to tell you, but it doesn't, man. You know, and then I got, like I said, I got my woman right here with me. You know, see, a lot of you guys, y'all don't understand. You got to get your life that you want over here first. The woman's going to come. If you get that life right, if you get the life that you really want over here, then you put the woman, then you bring the woman on board. But don't bring her on board. You can bring her on board too soon, man. Hey, thanks, Myth Ringgill. I'm bad on these names. I apologize. He said, I was fortunate to have made friends with a young lady who, along with her friend, accompanied me around Cebu as well as other places until I became more comfortable navigating this place on my own. Yeah, and that's all that is. That's all that is consultation, basically. That's all guys do like that, man. But we beat them up, man. We say it's not justified. It is. We don't need to be fighting on YouTube, man. We need each other over here. I say it all the time, but until you need somebody, you don't understand how important that is. He says, Mr. Big Fat Filipino Life says, you're the one YouTuber that provides food for my soul. We know enough about race and won't solve ignorance. Can't wait to enjoy your friendship when I get back over there. Absolutely, brother. And you're right. You know, I fight it at every turn that I can, but I'm not going to spend the rest of my life being stressed out by people's ignorance, because that's what it is. I can't change people. If you don't like me or whatever it is, there's nothing I can do to make you like me. Eddie Sanders said, life spins by faster till you're too old to enjoy it. Yeah. Stephen Westner says, one of the worst things to do is to bring racism from the U.S. to another country. Yeah, anyway, that's right. Oh, wow. He says, I'm coming over to San Carlos today. You're going to enjoy it over there. I haven't kicked San Carlos City to the curb. That's my sweet spot. But this is the sweetest spot right here. This is right out of my dreams, man, where I'm living now. And then to have, like, a landlord who's probably one of the coolest Filipinos you ever going to meet. And by the way, he's older than me, and he's got a younger woman, see? We're not the only ones, guys, that come over here and date younger women. He's got a young woman. You know. So when they say, oh, it's not, you know, is it accepted over here? Yeah, it's accepted. I would say their age gap is probably 25, something like that, which is a lot over here. The Global Vagabond says, I was reading a book on economics, and it said the USA has a suicide rate of 18 per 100,000. Wow, the pH is only 2.2 per 100,000. That's extremely low for a country that size. Yeah, it is, because people are contented over here. And I don't know where that comes from, their religion, their government, their upbringing, their culture, but they're contented. You would think if you're in the West and you've never been to the Philippines, you're just going by what you hear. You would think when you get that everybody's trying to leave, but they're not. I don't see anybody trying to leave. Mike Dawsonville says a man without a plan is a dead man. Yeah, I say a man without a dream, a person without a dream is dead already. That's all it took to get me through the day sometimes, man, was knowing I had something to look forward to. That I wasn't stuck in my head. See, I've got a daughter, she's 20. And she says, oh, Daddy, I don't want to work. McDonald's offered her a job. And she said, oh, Daddy, I don't want to work in McDonald's for the rest of my life. I said, well, you don't have to work in McDonald's for the rest of your life. Just work there one day at a time until you get what it is you want out of life, until you're able to live your dreams. I said, because we get stuck in our heads and we think, oh, McDonald's is not good enough for me. It is to get you. It's a bridge to get you from one place to the other. Renee Jimenez says, and low for a country with worse poverty or less safety nets. Yeah, you can have it too easy. I'm pretty sure y'all understand that. The United States is the easiest place on the planet. Nobody even comes close to earn a living and to raise your family. But remember, our taxes pay for that, guys, so don't apologize for that. But it's true. Because we pay tax. We pay a lot of taxes. Look at the tax money you're paying. And then they give you that little money back every year, and then you're happy. But you're at least paying 40%. That's a lot. I mean, really. Now, unless you own a business, then you get some tax breaks. But just the masses, we're getting slammed, man. The lowest guy on the totem pole is paying 33%. Gutter Snipe, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'll be in Dumageddon around September. Your videos have helped me immensely. So thank you. 43-year-old single with no kids and ready to live life my way. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, I froze up. It's great internet here, by the way. He told me it was going to be good up here. No, I'm not in San Carlos today. We're in Siquijor. We're in San Juan, Siquijor, on Siquijor Island. We've been here since Monday. So this is our third day. And, you know, sometimes, believe it or not, I have to pinch myself. When I leave and I walk down here and I walk past all that greenery, all them different tropical plants, and then there's the coconut trees and stuff. Let me see if I can show y'all this, because I don't know if it's too bright, but there's the damn coconuts right there, man. You know, but see if I can't, the ocean's over here. The ocean's over here. You know, I have to pinch myself. And then, you know, you got Maryland walking around with them damn booty shorts on all day. Steve L says, oh crap, I hear roosters. Is Siquijor full of roosters also? Calvin, do a catch, clean and cook. You two love that stuff. Well, you're not going to get rid of roosters over here, man. They're king over here. It's a multi-billion peso industry over here. They're going to get rid of us before they get rid of roosters. I promise you that. Yeah, they're here to stay. Let's see what's Rasta Nadi. Thanks for that super chat, brother. Rasta Nadi says, "Hey Cal, have you been to the cave in Siquijor or any other exciting sightseeing on the island?" Yeah, but I haven't been to the cave yet. But we went to the underground. They got an underground falls because I did a video, and I'll do another one. But we did a video a couple of months ago. We went to the underground falls. I mean, you go down like it's like 7 or 10 stories down underground, and it opens up into this falls and a swimming pool and all of that. Not really a swimming pool, but you can swim. And then they've got that 500-year-old tree. You sit there and let the fish massage your feet. It's more like tickle your damn feet, not massage them. But it's so many. You can take a land tour over here. So if you ever come over here, pay the tricycle driver. It's either 1,200 pesos or 1,500 pesos. He'll take you around the whole island, and he'll stop at every tourist attraction. It's like, I think it's like 6 or 8 that he stops at because it's a secluded beach on the other side of the island. They take you to that. They take you to this place where you get on the broom where you can overlook the whole Siquijor Island. I mean, it's beautiful. But yes, a lot of stuff to do here. See, this is a tourist place. And a lot of people don't come here, though, because they hear about the superstitions and stuff like that, right? Which goes on up in those mountains, which they don't bother me. But you do see these young Europeans over here. They've been over here ever since I've been coming here since 2017. I'm eventually going to get an interview with one because I want to know why Siquijor Island. What's the connection between the Europeans and Siquijor Island? Because I'm talking about me and Marilyn. We were coming back from the gym yesterday. That's where we spent our anniversary, by the way. She got me back in the gym. And man, I'm talking about, I seen 3, and I'm not lying, 3 just knockout European women. They look like from Switzerland somewhere, wherever they come. Mostly Swiss over here. I'm telling you, these are 10s by anybody's definition, man. And I know that these local guys just look at them like, wow, there's something out of the dream. And I would just like to interview one of them and just ask them, like, why do you come here and not Bahal or not Boracay, not Palawan? Because these women were just dynamite. I mean, one of them had like a red bikini on, man. I mean, I've been coming to the Philippines for a long time. This may be 3 of the nicest looking women I've ever seen, certainly on Siquijor Island. Man, they were good looking. But I'd like to get, and then when we were at the gym yesterday, there was a lady, because, the Filipinos over here, they love the Western women's booties. Now, this woman, I said, she has to be OnlyFans or something. It was a European lady. She had a tattoo on her arm, but man, was her shape out of this world. And I said, this woman's probably got an OnlyFans or something. I mean, she was real nice. I said, hello. She said, hello back. But when you saw that apple bottom, see, that's where they are. They're in the soup in Siquijor. So if you don't come over here and you don't want to meet, if Asian women aren't for you, then come to Siquijor Island, because this is where the beautiful European women are. I mean, knockouts. And you'll see them at that gym. Hey, what's up, Yusuf? He says, it looks very relaxing there, and I'm glad you achieved your dream. But isn't it easy to get bored there at your new place? Absolutely not. I'm in the tourist spot, Yusuf. Right behind me is the main road. You can never there's so many bars and restaurants, and the Palatine Beach is down the street. If I want to see them beautiful women I was telling you about, put my sunglasses on, and I'm talking about they're wearing G-string bikinis. See, Filipinos haven't got there yet. Filipinos are still they're just now getting to wearing bikinis. When I came over here, they were their beach attire was shorts, and that long sleeve shirt. So now they've graduated to bikinis, but these European women are wearing G-strings, man. And, it's nothing left to be desired. And you can see the locals, they just be sitting there just looking like, what in the world? And they'll just sit there all day and watch them. But it's right down the street. It's maybe, I'm going to say, 2 kilometers down the road from me. It's plenty to do where I am. There's no way I'm going to get bored here. I'm in a tourist spot. Except there's not 1,000 tourists running all over each other. But this is a tourist place. See, this is perfect what he's saying. Because this is what I was telling Marilyn yesterday. Mockton Barber said most jobs in the U.S. keep you locked in a position where you must continuously work with no real vacation. You have to live beyond work. Don't be a stay-at-home vacation. Yes, I was telling Marilyn that we were talking about she's got a friend over in the United States. Well, she had a friend and never made it back home. Never made it back home to the Philippines. Over there in America, once she got over there, she never made it back here. She died over there, working hard. You don't get no vacation. Well, you get 2 weeks vacation over there. If you're lucky, you get 2 weeks. That's not enough, man. Edward Lawler, thanks for that super sticker. He says, enjoy your life, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I am, man. I like to show people that you got options. I don't have any more than anybody else, but I do have dreams, man. If you don't have dreams, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. If you don't have dreams, everybody should have something that gets them excited. Something that makes them jump out of bed every morning. Robert Dame says, some come here and get exactly what Sir Calvin said they would get, and then he never hears from them. Not even a thank you. And you're worried about a stipend? That's funny. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. We only hear from the negative. We never hear from the positive. What about the guys who benefited from these consultation fees? As long as they get what they're paying for, I don't have a problem with it. But when you want to sit there and you got 10,000 subscribers and some guys got 100,000 and they're steadily pulling at him, he's like a damn celebrity, and you're telling him that he's not justified in charging whatever he's charging, man, you're crazy. There's no way. He says, will I visit Subic Bay and Alongapo? No. There's no reason for me. This is why this place is going to save me some money. There's no, I've been at all the places in the Philippines that I'm going to go. I probably have gone to all of them that I'm going to visit because I don't have any reason to go anywhere else now. I'm right on the beach. This beach is no different than the one in Bohol, Rockeye, Palawan. Where else did we go? Lackawanna Island. It's just no different. And so there's no sense in me going anywhere else. I'd be wasting money. I'm not going to double dip. See, in my house in San Carlos, it's paid for, free and clear. That's why we were able to sacrifice the 360, which I'm not really sacrificing, guys. I waste that money. But now I just put it toward something constructive. I spent $15,000 last weekend in Cebu for 3 days. And you can easily do that. So why not plunk down $20,000 for the whole month? I'm right on the beach. I'm in a tourist spot on one of the most beautiful islands in all the Philippines. Why not do that? And that's it. All I got to do now is pay for me and Marilyn's food. And when the kids get here, that's all. But it reopens the argument about, can I live on $1,000 a month? You could if you had this same situation. You could do it. I forgot to take a picture of the Prince hypermarket down in Lorena for that guy who says the Siquijor doesn't have a grocery. And when we go to Siquijor province today, There's another big grocery store there because they ran out of bread. You know, it was a holiday the other day. So they ran out of bread. So we got to go get some bread. Thanks, Mr. Mo. I don't know what's going on. See, it's kind of raining, guys. So that's why thanks for that super chat. He says, keep it real, Cal. Keep telling it like it is. We appreciate it. I'll be in McCollin in June. Yeah, well, thank you so much for that super chat. If you're ever in Siquijor Island, see, here's how I'm going to do it. See, like right now, he's got a place downstairs for rent, a place in front of us for rent. Well, 2 places in front of us for rent. So you got 3 places. If you come here, we're going to fill his place up first. Okay. Then, when there's no places left, then you can rent this room here. See, I'm trying to help him because he's done enough for me. But I wouldn't want, if all of his places are empty, I wouldn't want to rent my room. I want to help him. And this is how it is. Hey, Steven, he says, Calvin, nice place, good plan. Once I move there permanently, I will check out different places. I've been coming here since 2017. And the first time I came here, because, see, everybody that I used to deal with prior, they were afraid to come over here. So I watched the Filipino equivalent of Anthony Bourdain. It's a young guy. His name is Andrew, and he travels all around the Philippines. He came here. And, man, I said, man, I'm going over there. I don't give a damn. You know, if you want to go with me, go. If not, I'm going by myself. Well, of course, they went. And I've been coming over ever since, man. It's really a nice place, guys. You'll be shocked when you come over here. Tim LaRue says, Calvin, you're thinking all the good stuff on that island won't get bored? No, because there's so much to do here. They've even got a clay court tennis court down in Siquijor province. Proper. What do y'all guys mean by getting bored? Yeah, if we get bored, we just come over here and get in bed and make a damn porno movie. How do you get? I don't understand when y'all say once you get bored. Listen, I'm 60 years old, man. Y'all have to learn how to relax. And the Philippines will show you how to relax. Because if you don't know how to relax, don't come over here because you're going to say, first of all, you're going to spend a lot of money. See, if you don't know how to set still, you need to learn to set still before you come over here. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of money thinking you got to be ripping, running places all the time. No. Why would I get bored when all I can do is get me a cup of coffee or a nice book? Go right out there by the beach. There's a table out there with chairs. There's hammocks out there. Kick back and that's it. I don't understand. What am I supposed to be doing? When people say, well, won't you get bored? If I get bored, I go to the gym or take a tour around the island. There's so much to do. And he says, great way to stop boredom, bedroom fun. Yeah, it's just so much to do, guys. There's no boredom. I don't understand what people say, won't I get bored? What am I supposed to be doing? I did all that y'all done. Remember, y'all younger. Remember, y'all act like I'm just on a deserted island. Dumaguete is a 30-minute fast craft ride from here. In 30 minutes, I'm wherever all the excitement is already. Hey, James K says, hey, Cal, just joined your live stream. Did you say you are still keeping your house in San Carlos? Or are you going to permanently live in Siquijor? Sorry, I might have missed that. No, I'm keeping the house. We paid for that house. That's our house. You know, they say never say never. We'll never sell that. That's the first house that I've ever owned outright. Merlin's first house for the kids. Booby's got to grow up here. She's an American citizen. But she's going to have to grow up here. So, no, we just saw the opportunity, James, to rent this place. I mean, you can't be. I mean, how could I turn it down? And we did it. I waste 20,000 a month. I promise you, traveling to those other places. They've got 2 massage places within walking distance of me. It's a school right across the street. But no, we're not. We're not gonna get away. Now, if somebody came to me and offered me a price I couldn't refuse, but over here, having a house means a whole lot more than having a house there. Having a house here is very, very, very important. Just to say I've got a place to stay, because this is a community in the Philippines. You're going to have something to eat. People get tired of you living with them, but they'll feed you over here. And that's what we told Maryland. I told Maryland, I said, you promised me before we built the house that you'll never sell this house. We don't flip houses over here in the Philippines. You make sure you keep this house so you'll always have a place to live. There's nothing better than waking up in your own place with just a place to stay. Kids get off school, they know they can come home, get something to eat, watch TV, you know what I'm saying, get on the computer. Gutter Snipe says, I agree with Cal. What most people think boring, I think simple or stress-free. I couldn't have said it better. I don't understand what they're talking about. The next live stream I do here, but see, this is the modem's right in here, so I got good Wi-Fi here. I'd have to use my data there. I'm going to show you why I would never get bored here, man, in this place. I'm going to do a video anyway. I'm going to walk down, because I'm in San Juan. I'm going to show you all the restaurants and different places. And I may make the video, why I will never get bored in Siquijor or something. Stephen and Ellie says, I sit on the beaches in Jerome Santos all day and night. Super relaxing. Steve, when you get our age, we've done all that ripping and running. I mean, when people talk about, can I live on $1,000 a month here? One thing that always makes them go outside their budget is just ripping and running, traveling, thinking they got to go to a restaurant every other day and a different tourist area every other day. If you learn how to relax and sit your butt down, you're going to save money over here. That's why it's important to find a sweet spot over here. But, yeah, we're not isolated here. This is a major tourist spot on the island. Al Rogan said, boy, go woman chasing in Angeles City. You wouldn't even have to do that. Listen, guys, do you realize why a lot of these vloggers live in Dumaguete? Me and Maryland Monday, we're waiting on the ferry. So we went to eat dinner at Ground Zero, which, by the way, they've got excellent food at Ground Zero restaurant. And we're sitting right by the window. But I've always known this, man. Dumaguete just has some knockout women, man. I mean, beautiful women, man. I mean, just unbelievably beautiful. And they're just walking up and down here like, just thousands and thousands of them. So I don't have to go all the way there. But when you got a beautiful woman already beside you, Merlin is a gym rat, man. Have you ever lived with a gym rat? Do you know what a gym rat's body looks like? It's perfect. She works on it every single day. Okay? It's like looking at something out of one of those magazines. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't have to chase women. I don't chase women over here. If I did, man, I'd be in big trouble. Al Rogan, thanks for that super chase of retired from the rat race. That's what I did. I mean, if we want to go, we'll probably once a week, we'll have dinner somewhere on one of these little restaurants. We ate a Calendaria. Remember I told you I don't eat a Calendarias. They have to be special. This place is special. It's right where the gym is. We get there early in the morning when the food is fresh, it's hot. We had some of the best food. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 5 servings. What do you call that? I done lost my train of thought. But anyway, we had 5 selections. I had 2 Royal, which is orange, and Maryland's drinking water, 300 pesos. Yeah, 300 pesos. Hey, RC in Jacksonville, thanks for that super chat. He said, Brother Cal, hope all is well. Most of us Americans have never really experienced relaxation. This is beautiful right here. Always worrying about bills and keeping up with the Joneses. It's unnatural for us to relax. It takes practice, but you can do it. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. It took me, go back in my library of videos, man. I did a video on this exact topic, and we were in Siquijor Island. And this is what we need to learn to do. RC said it. We need to learn to relax. All you got to do is watch Filipinos. They're good at it. We'll look at it and say, oh, they're lazy. No, they're relaxing. You can't be lazy over here, man. You'll starve to death being lazy in the Philippines. They're relaxing, but it's so foreign to us. It's a foreign concept to us. We always got to be moving. Sit your butt down, man, and relax and enjoy this place. And I tell you what, you're going to save a lot of money. You're going to be a lot more stress-free, a lot less stressful. And you're going to learn to reflect and appreciate your life over here. But if you're steadily running, because I'm going to tell you, the logistics of traveling over here is going to kick your butt. Yeah, I can fly from Dumaguete to Cebu, but then what happens? When I want to go to one of those beautiful islands on Cebu, I got to get on that bus, in a taxi, in a van, on a motorcycle, and it's going to kick my butt. So just get to where you're going, kick back, relax, and chill. If you're an expat over here, look till you find a real spot that you want. And then find a woman that lives somewhere near there, because you don't want to take your woman from where she lives. You're going to take all the value away. See, over here, Maryland, here, I had to show Maryland. If you don't think I'm playing, man, yesterday we went to the bank. They got one of the bank that I have an account with. They have a location in Lorena, about 22 kilometers from here. Well, hell, on the way back, I had to tell Maryland how to get back. She's lost over here. But you put her in San Carlos City, and she knows everybody. She knows everything. And just think, I took her 5 hours south, and she's lost. But it's not like we left San Carlos City. So you always want to find a place and then find a woman, or you can be fortunate enough that your woman is from a nice place, because you don't want to take her away from where she grew up. They don't travel. They don't know anybody. It's going to be like she's overseas. That's just a little bit of sunshine shoulders, boots on the ground knowledge, man. Ask Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience. He's having the damnedest time. His wife is from Butuan in northern Mindanao. And he's trying his best to get back there around her support group to bring her value up, because she knows nothing, man, about Dumaguete and Cebu and all those places. Hey, Mitt Ringil, thanks for that super chat. He said, I think some people are bored if they don't have stress. See, this is exactly what I was saying in a different way. I was saying that we're so used to that noise going on in our heads, Mitt Ringil, that when it quiets down over here, because it gets real quiet over here, we can't take it, man. A lot of us can't handle it. We run back home because it gets quiet over here. And if you're not able to, this is a simple life over here, guys. I'm going to keep telling you over and over and over. If you're looking for excitement, you got to stay in Cebu, Manila, Angeles City, up by Subic Bay and the Longo Pole, like up there. if you're looking for that type of excitement, or move on to one of these tourist places like Boracay, Panglao Bahal. It's going to cost you more, but it's some excitement. But most of in the Philippines is relaxation. It's a simple life. And that's why it fit me like a glove, because I was ready for that when I got here. Chef Kevin from Kentucky, he says, shout out from the Ville. How do I lock in the spot there for visit in September? Well, you can go on Airbnb and lock it in. It's I can send me an email and I can send you his Airbnb page. And remember, if you get here and it's sold out, then you can rent our room. But I'm not going to rent our room unless he's sold out. I want to help him. He said most, Stephen and Ellie says, Calvin, most Filipinos live within their means, not like most do in the USA. Most Filipinos have never been 100 miles away from their home. Perfect. That's exactly right. Every place that I've taken Maryland, she had never been to. Only Manila, because she used to live there. Everywhere else, she never been to before. She never been to Boracay. She never been to Panglao Bahal. She never been to Lackawanna Island, which is their big place on Negros Occidental. That white sand beach, the whole island is a resort. She never been there before. Billy says, what are some lower cost islands to reside? Comody's Island is a hidden gem. It's in Cebu. Because Bantayan Island is getting more expensive because it's become real popular. When I went there in 2000 and right after my son was born, 2010, it might have been early 2011, there was nobody there. It was more secluded than Siquijor, but now it's built up. But you've got Camiguin Island in northern Mindanao, which, by the way, I can see Mindanao. Mindanao is so vast. I can see Mindanao from the beach because I thought it was Cebu, but the guy next door says no. He said that's northern Mindanao. He says what do you call it? One of those places in northern, and then you see Apo Island, then you see Negros Oriental or Negros Island, then behind us is Cebu, then right behind us is Bahal. But it's so many places, but I just gave you a few. Siquijor, Camiguin Island, Comody's Island, Malapascua, Sapaway, which is really secluded. He says, I love the peace and quiet. I do too. That's why I came here. If I wanted all that noise, I'd have stayed at home, all that stress. My phone doesn't even ring here. When I was at home, I used to have to cut my phone off, man. Y'all don't believe me. I was an insurance agent. If it wasn't one of my customers, it was one of the agents that was working with me, calling me. They would call me at 10, 11 at night. I had to cut my phone off. And then you get home and I'm fighting the world. Even though I make it look easy, I'm fighting the world out there. Then I got to come home and fight my woman because she's in her head with some stupid stuff. Oh, you think because you wear a suit, you all that. And I'm like, where'd that come from? Make your own plate. I'm tired, do I look like your slave and all of that, and I'm like, where did all of this come from? See, I said, we're underappreciated over there. Now, I lifted us and, a lot of guys, because I felt it was my duty. I lifted us out of poverty. We was living in the projects. I was drinking every day, spending all the money. So when I did that 180 and started heading in a positive direction, you would think she'd be happy as a Lord. There's just more stuff to complain about. There it is, Chef Kevin. Just send me an email and I'll send you his Airbnb page. But yeah, I have to fight her and the world. It's like a fellow insurance agent, Gerald Muhammad. He said, Calvin, it's like you in the world. That's the ring, the fight, the boxing ring. You're out there fighting a tough opponent, by the way, who's kicking your behind. Ding, the bell rings. It's time for you to go to your corner for 1 minute, to rest up, to get encouragement, okay, to get hydrated. But imagine as soon as you get over to your corner, your damn trainer hits you in the mouth, okay? Your cut man hits you in the damn stomach. That's what it's like for us, guys, over there when you appreciate it. You know, you're working on that damn assembly line all day long. Then you come home and because she's on her period, she's got some kind of attitude. Instead of just, having the bath water running, they think that's beneath them. Okay? It ain't beneath them to have their hand out and you put that damn paycheck in there and pay for all the bills and everything. You would think they would appreciate that, but they don't. I'm tired of fighting. Over here, when I come out of the world and come home, man, my woman's waiting in a bikini or whatever it is. The dinner's ready. You want me to give you a massage? Do you want me to give you a shower? Okay? Because Merlin likes that. It's not beneath her. She likes giving me a shower. What am I going to do? Turn that down? But, hey, the Dre Diggity Show, what's going on, man? You still haven't come on my channel. Brian Clark says, hey, Cal, enjoy your content, but I have a question. Is there a problem with getting together with older Filipinos 40 and 50? Just wondering, because the trend seems to be toward the younger ones. Well, I'm going to tell you why the trend seems to be toward the younger ones, because the younger ones aren't married. Okay, they don't have children. They don't have a lot of the baggage that the 40 and 50-year-old women have over here. And a lot of men that come over here, we did that. We've been there and done that over there. We're trying to see something different. And a woman over here that's 40 to 45, remember I met Marilyn when she was 36. But a woman 40 to 50, they're old, man, over here. Marilyn's young because she keeps herself young. But I'm saying they're old, they're stuck in their ways. And if you meet them, they're probably married or separated. And a guy asked me about married women. He said, you never talk about that. I said, yes, I do. I talk about it all the time. Steer clear of married women. And there's some guys watching me now. They've had good luck with that, okay? But it's time consuming. It's very expensive dealing with a married woman, okay? How do you know that once you pay all that money for that annulment and now she's free, that she's not going to take off with somebody else? You don't know that. And then you have to understand that maybe that man is somewhere still in the picture. You don't really know the potential for trouble. So yeah, that's the reason why. They're over here though. But why have a 40 or 50-year-old? You have to understand Filipinos they're much more mature than the women that you're used to dealing with. Now I'm talking about once they get to a 25-year-old, it's like being with a 40-year-old in America. So be careful what you wish for. Yeah, you can find them. It's a lot of them over here, but be careful what you wish for. Hey, thanks, Bill Mack, for that super chat. He says, thanks for all the info. Really helps me planning my first trip there. Oh, you're welcome. And there's nothing like your first trip, Bill. Don't overthink it. Your star is not going to shine any brighter than it is on your first time here. So make the most of it. Bring as much money as you can afford and stay as long as you can, because it's never going to be enough. When it's time for you to go home, you're going to say, man, I wish I'd bought more money. I wish I'd have stayed longer. Nothing like the first time in the Philippines. So make the most of it, Bill. I see you got a woman on your profile picture. Would you meet her there? Yeah, don't don't deal with them older women over here. I mean, you can, but more than likely she's gonna be married. Retired 2019 said in January I rented an oceanfront condo in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It was an amazing experience. Tony's over here. He has one now. He lives in one right on Myrtle Beach. He said, "Come back to the day she got contaminated." He said, "What's the name of the place?" It's called Gold Sky Sea View Resort. I'll keep wanting to say Gold Star because you associate gold and star. Gold Sky Sea View Resort. Yeah, he said sometimes home is where the hate is. Yeah, and then, oh man, you bring back so many memories. Bad ones, by the way. That's why I bought that convertible. I knew it was bad, man. I used to leave the house somewhere around 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning. And I wouldn't come back to 10, 11 at night, hoping she would sleep. But of course, she's sitting there waiting with the damn frying pan. James K says, yeah, we need to get rid of that rat race mentality that's so ingrained in us and learn to chill out. Most of us here are in our last quarter of life, so it's time to enjoy life, kick back and relax. That's the truth. But if you don't know how to relax, see, that's what's the problem, James. We don't know how to relax. We think we always got to be doing something. Xavier Allen, he said, hey, Cal, just checking in a little late, but I remember a great man once said, the party don't start until we get here. Well, I'm here. Party on, brother. Absolutely. But yeah, I see a lot of men coming over here, and we're bringing our Western thinking, which is all we've got, okay? So I don't care how much you're paying for these consultation fees and how many videos you're watching. If you're not going to put it into practice, it's not going to work. We tell you that it doesn't work the same way over here as it does at home. You're looking at these beautiful women and you think, well, you got it flipped upside down because they did it on purpose. You're thinking, well, what is she seeing in me? When you should be saying, well, what I see in her. You got to remember, man, you are the prize. You're the catch. Yeah, you're the star, man. You're the diamond over here, dude. And I think that's why men have trouble over here. That doesn't get through to them. They're saying there's no way. How can I be the star? I'm 5'3", 190 to 295 with one eye. It don't matter. You the star over here. Sam Safari says, sunshine in general, American women are mental cases. Don't take it personal. Yeah, it's true. They'll come up with something to be mad about and blame you for it. Because one thing my ex-wife used to do to me, that used to drive me crazy, was she would be mad at somebody else and take it out on me. Eddie Sanders says, you're 1,000% correct, bro. My ex-wife was like that. The more you do, the more they think you owe them. I was watching something on Facebook, where the guy finds out that this is the truth. He's sitting there recording it. He finds out that his 11-year-old son is not his. And because, he said he saw it in her phone. So he did a DNA test. Come find out the little boy wasn't his. He'd been raised him as his son for 11 years. And you should have seen the argument that they had. She was coming at him like she had done nothing wrong. Kept on saying, what's the big deal? And it just shows you the mindset of those women over there. Like, it really broke his heart. He's like, all this time, you knew that wasn't my son. But for 11 years, you lied to me. And she's still trying to justify it and fight back. Scalper Steven says, have you got your mountain bike with you? No, but I seen where I can bring that here. Once I get it to Dumagetti, I can put it on the ocean jet. Because when we were coming over here, several Filipino bike riders, they were getting off the boat coming from Siquijor to Dumaguete. They had their bikes. DC Frenchie said, "What's up, Cal? Nice place you got by the beach. I guess you found peace." This is it, man, right here. And I love St. Carlos City. But it got to the point where it was reminding me of my life back at home. I'm landlocked, really. And you know what? That's Maryland's dream, man. That's not my dream. You know, I always wanted to build a house over here, yeah. And I did that, but it never really was my dream was to live by the beach. And I'm here, guys. So what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Nobody's talking about it. What are you going to do? You're going to keep on working? I mean, how long can you work? I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to move to Africa, South America? Carrie Lalonde says, "I'm making 6 figures in the U.S. I would hire a Filipino to run my bathwater in the Philippines. When I get there, it's good for independent American women, too, to come there." I do get what you are saying. Yeah. I mean, you have to understand, right on this island right here, some of the most beautiful independent European women you're ever going to see. I just want to know, what's the connection? Why the Philippines? Because American women don't come here. Very few of them. I interviewed an African-American couple the other day. She's the first black expat woman. She's the first black woman expat, rather, that I've ever seen over here in my 14 years. And it doesn't mean that I've seen everything. I'm pretty sure there's some up in Manila, but the Philippines is like kryptonite to American women. They just won't come here. They'll go to Thailand and all those places, but they won't come to the Philippines. You come here, you'll be shocked how well you're treated. But they get it over here. I mean, these women could go and have any man. The 3 women I seen yesterday could probably have any man on the planet. I mean, these women were 10s. There wasn't that. I very seldom do I say a woman's a 10, but the closer I got to them, the better they look. I mean, they was in perfect shape. They had bikinis on that you left nothing to be desired. There wasn't a scratch on them. They were beautiful. And I'm like, well, what are you doing in the Philippines? I'd love to ask them that. Ron Vigil says, "My woman's 46 years old with no children, never been married. She's pretty sexy. I met her last year and very legit." Well, there's always going to be the exception, man. Come on. It's not that very many, but I'm going to tell you something. When she hits that menopause, you're going to see how sexy she is because they hit it early over here. It's just what I'm telling you. You've been fortunate so far. See, you've only been with her for 1 year. You said last year, so you may have not even been with her for a year. Of course, you're still on your honeymoon. Of course, it's still the happiest of times. This is what kind of baffles me when guys push back on anything I say. Oh, yeah, you just met the woman. Are you sure that she's never been married? Did you get the, what you call it, the cinema and all that? Are you just taking her word for it? Maybe she can't have kids. I'm not saying it's not impossible. But I'm just saying, the circumstances that are given to us over here, guys, we don't have to apologize for. We didn't create them. Guys are just so over the moon about dating a young woman. What's wrong with that? As long as she's grown. But, as long as both of you are happy. The thing I say about guys who want to marry these young women is, and date them is, can you handle them? Because, it's going to come a point where you're going to have to put up or shut up. Be careful what you wish for, because young women over here, they're always, I'm talking about the real young ones, like 18 to 24. They always tempo. They always mad. You know, they're spoiled, and you're going to spoil them really, really quick. And they're just going to drive you crazy. Lloyd Daly says, hello from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'll be visiting the Philippines in November, and I want to spend 3 months, but I'm not too sure if I can book 90 days. So do I have to book for 30 days? Well, you probably can book for 90 days. What are you talking about? Here? Somewhere else? Like I said, didn't get an extension. Yes, so many places, once you decide where you're going to stay, a lot of these places, especially these condominiums over here, they'll let you work out a deal. The only thing about it, if you're going to stay long term like that, I'd probably do an Airbnb, because if you're dealing with an actual apartment, then you got to give that security deposit, which you're not going to get that back by the time you leave, because they're going to wait for that last utility bill and, you know, the last electric and water bill to come in before they're going to give it to you. And then if they know you're leaving on the 9th, hell, they may not have it to the 10th. Papa in the Philippines. He says, I'm new to your channel. Is that what you're saying? And you have been speaking the truth. Thank you, brother. Welcome to the channel. The Dre Diggity Show says, hey, Cal, based off your traveling experience out there, would it take up to 1,000 pesos to travel from Cavite to La Union? If you know anyone in that area, ask him to do the math for me. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of people watching this channel right now who live in Cavite. But what do you mean? You can catch the bus. It wouldn't cost you 1,000. And how many hours that would be, I don't know. He says, absolutely. Now, he says, I would imagine older Filipinos will be even more desperate for a foreigner. Well, they will appreciate you more, but the problems that's going to come along with that, man, you know. It's just, okay, you walk into the dealership and the man says, here's a Maserati, or here's a VW Bug that, by the way, has engine trouble and needs new tires. Which one are you going to take? The brand new Maserati or the damn VW Bug with a bad engine and needs some new tires, man? As simple as that. You know, why do y'all want to work your way up instead of working your way down? Start at the top, man. You know, yeah, Tony, you remember Tony that I interviewed? Hell, he's with an 18-year-old right now. You know, I mean, she's grown. He's got the blessing of her family. You know, I mean, let that go bad first. And then, you know, you're going to say, oh, he's a pedophile. No, he's not. It's not the same rules over here. Women date on them dating sites and are looking to date for a whole lot of different reasons over here than they are over there. For a lot of women over here, it's survival, man. It's not games. It's not anything like that. You got to walk in their shoes before you try to judge them. But he told me he fell in love already. I can imagine. Brian Clark said, thanks, Cal. I just don't want any more kids. I already have my 2 sons, and the 30s and 40s still want kids. Well, just tell them you're not ready for children. I mean, you're not getting married. Oh, are you going to get married? See, that's the thing, Brian. You're putting the cart before the horse. Just come over here, have a good time. You know, who says you're going to meet somebody that you have to marry? I mean, we're already getting married before we even get on the plane. That's what they want. They really got you then. They want their commitment before you even get on the plane. They want the commitment online. It means a big deal. It's a big deal to them. But you don't want to commit. Oh, okay. He says, I did a favor for someone out there and just want to make sure I didn't get played. Well, no, you didn't get played because when you help other people, you help yourself. It doesn't matter what your intentions are, what their intentions are. But I don't know what you mean thousands. Did you say 1,000 or okay, 1,000 pesos? Well, that would be for probably her bus fare and expenses. Maybe she wants to get something to eat, um, something to drink. You know, he says, "I'm so glad I've been liberated from the fossil box." Yeah, we bring in that stuff over here when it's like, okay, the owner of this place, he is a younger woman. That's probably 25 years younger than him. But the circumstances that allow you to do that, man, you didn't create them. You have no reason to make excuses. Don't come over here dating 16 and 17-year-olds, but 18 is legal age over here, 18 and up. But I'm just telling you from experience, once a woman gets 50, a 50-year-old Filipino, man, come on. Yeah, if I'm 80, Mr. Mo says in America, we used to chase the women until we finally got one. Now, in today's younger generation, the men sit back and hope they are chosen by a woman. Yeah, that's what they want. But see, over here, you literally are being chased. But they're so conservative, they can't show you that they're really wanting you to choose them. Okay, they really are chasing you because they really are the ones choosing you. They got us thinking we're the ones choosing them, but really not. Even on the dating site, when you punch on her, she's looking at 10, 20 guys. She's reading the profiles, going over and over, maybe looking at the looks, maybe not. She's really going to make the choice, but they're choosing you. They're chasing us over here, man. I mean, I'm not some Brad Pitt or somebody like that. But if Merlin said, oh, I'm tired of you, just go on and, you stay over here, I'm moving back home. It wouldn't take long for somebody to find me over here. It's really that simple. Hey, thank you. But yeah, what are y'all going to do for the rest of your life? A lot of people, 50's fine if I'm 80. That's the truth. Robert Dame says, my measure of success is having time, money, and health. If you don't have money, work on your health. If you have money and health, free up some time. You need all three. Al Rogan said, family is big in the Philippines. Young women want children. Yeah, but not if you tell them, hey, like right now, let's get to know each other. Let's see where this goes. I don't see where she would benefit really from having children by you if you're not married, because you wouldn't even have to pay child support. You wouldn't be court mandated. It would be up to you to do it. But it would benefit her to marry you. But, we're not going to bring race into this because, trust me, it's a lot of white guys on here, too, that could bear witness to what I'm saying, Rick Scorpio. Okay, Curtis Thomas said, what do you think about my girlfriend over there letting me have her cousin as a number 2 girlfriend? She's 22 and my girlfriend is 33 and 56. But I'd watch that real careful. I'd watch that real careful. Because something's up there. Women over here are just like anywhere else. They're possessive, but they're really possessive here because you're between them and starvation. But, hey, you're a lottery ticket. I've never seen anybody that hit the lottery with other people that had a problem with sharing it. Retired 2019 said, Robert, the average man does not care about their physical health. I'm now in the gym 5 days a week. I'm glad y'all talking about this because this is the reason why. So I'm family 100%. I've been on and off, but now that I'm here, I can go every day. Well, at least 5 or 6 days a week. It's very, very important that you get some type of routine, some type of physical activity going on over here, even if it's just walking, because you're not going to be able to enjoy it over here. You're going to drop dead. A lot of people do over here. 65. The German was 65. Clarence was 66. John was 61. That's too young. But I know for a fact that German and John were not working out. John used to walk everywhere though. But other than that, he had no routine. Tried to, eat bad. Tall Barber said replacement parts are expensive for used cars. Yeah. I want the Maserati. Now you say, well, you can't afford the insurance on that, and you can't afford the part. Well, let me try, at least. I don't even know if they still sell good parts for that VW Bug with the bad engine and the bad tires. And then can I even find somebody that can work on it? Mr. Mo says, how do extensions in the Philippines work? Do you have to show a departure flight when you arrive there to get the extension, cancel your flight, then book a new departure flight? No, what happens is when you come to the Philippines, you have to have either a round trip ticket or onward ticket. Okay, so you get 30 days. Before that 30 days is up, about a week out, like maybe the 21st or 23rd day, you go to the local immigration office near you with your passport. That's all you need. You ask for an extension. They'll give you 29 days. You don't need to show them anything but your passport because they're going to run that. They're going to run your passport. They're going to see if you're blacklisted or anything like that, if you want it. And once they see that you're clear, that they're going to, well, they're not going to stamp. They used to stamp your passport. Now they just give you the receipt, which you have to keep. And then they'll highlight what day, you have to extend again. But no. The only time they check for that return flight or that onward flight is when you first get to the Philippines. And if you're going to do that onward flight, guys, which I wouldn't suggest that. You're not saving any money. Is make sure it's within 30 days of your arrival in the Philippines. So if you're coming here May 3rd on an onward ticket, your onward ticket should be somewhere between May the 3rd and June the 3rd. Even though you're not going to use it, you're going to throw it away. Now, when you do need that onward ticket or that return flight if you're going to register your SIM card. So when you first come to the Philippines and you got all that right in front of you, go ahead and get a local SIM card and register it. Because otherwise, 6 months down the line, the ticket's not going to be any good. You have to get your girlfriend or somebody else to register because April 26, 2023 was the deadline. If you didn't register your SIM card, it was deleted forever. But women won't have children if you don't want them to. But remember, it's in the heat of the moment a lot of times. You see this beautiful woman right there, and a lot of men don't like to wear rubbers. Let's be honest. They don't like to do it. And, your pull-out game is not 100%, man. So you're taking a chance. Just Driss says, hey, Cal, appreciate your sacrifice, giving us boots on the ground experience. You're leaving a hell of a legacy. Your platform is bigger than Charles Taylor with today's internet now. You appreciate it. Man, thank you, man. And, Charles Taylor, is that the brother that was in Brazil? He was like a trendsetter, man. He was talking. I used to watch his channel a long time ago. What's up, TJ? He said, what's good, Chad, on the tail end of this? Looks like Cal beat me in that regard. Yeah, man, I went on, moved over here, TJ. You and your girl's going to have to come on over and see us, man. Been a few days. He said, I like Siquijor over Seattle any day of the week. Oh, okay. Geechee Lang, he's in the studio. I know Mo's over here now. You know Mark is over here too. Cyrus, what's his name? Cyrus, what was it? Awakening, Rising, Cyrus Rising. Remember him? The heavyset guy that I interviewed. Well, he's over here. I don't know if he's still here. Hey, Havard 711, thanks for that super chat. He said, peace. Peace, brother. Hey, thanks, man. This is just part of what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. Every day brings us closer, guys, to the end. What are you going to do? You're just going to sit in front of the screen all day long? Listen, this is how this works. This is how life works. You put it out there in the universe. You don't worry about how it's going to happen, when, or why. And then you just start taking baby steps toward it. Ask Merlin if you don't think I'm lying. When I told Merlin, I said, we're going to build a house by the time Booby's 1 year old. Of course, she didn't believe me. I said, but I'm going to need one hollow block. I need you to get me one hollow block so I can show the universe that I'm serious about this. And see, a lot of guys, they say, well, I don't have money and this and that. When I first put it in my scrapbook that I was coming to the Philippines, I followed Mike Dooley. He said, make a scrapbook. All the places you want to go, the house, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have the money. 7 months later, I could have brought 4 people with me. But it was only 2 months later after that. So 9 months later, I was in the Philippines sitting on Alona Beach with a beautiful young 24-year-old Filipino beside me, which turned out to be my son's mother. So, yeah, you got to put it out there. Don't sit there, because the more you say, I don't have the money, I don't have the money, that's going to register in your subconscious mind, and you're never going to have the money. What's up, 90,000 bucks? G says, shout out to the Sunshine Shoulder crew. Yeah, be careful what you say, man, to yourself. This is true, man. Be careful what you're saying to yourself. I ain't this, I ain't that. I'm on here, I'm not going there. I won't be able to do this, I won't be able to do that. Because we become what we think about. The philosophers, and they all had their own philosophy, and they argued about a whole lot of things, but one thing they had in common that they knew was true. We become what we think about. Earl Nightingale says a man is what he thinks about all day long, because eventually it's going to show up in your present circumstances, whatever you're thinking about. And it sounds crazy, okay? But it's not. When I started reading those books, my wife said, they don't work. And I said, yeah, you're right. If I don't apply what's in the books, they're never going to work. I went from the crack house to the penthouse in a short period of time. Shocked her. When I stopped drinking, I had her like maybe 6 months clean. And I heard her on the telephone. She was upstairs. We were still in the projects, though. And I guess somebody must have asked her, is he still not drinking? She said, well, he says he does. She didn't believe me. She's sleeping next to me every night, knowing good well she ain't smelling no alcohol or nothing. And it was at that point when I said, well, I'm not doing it for her anymore. Anybody else, I'm doing it for me. May the 13th will be 25 years. See, that's my greatest accomplishment. So don't tell me what an honest desire to do or to be won't do for you, because it will. People told me I would never stop drinking. But I went from the crack house to the penthouse, man. I mean, one Christmas, I guess that was 1997, I woke up in the crack house. I didn't have any money. Luckily, I gave my wife some money to buy the kids toys, but not enough as I should have. And May of 1998, I got sober. Okay, so about 5 months later, that was 1998. In 2009, about 10 years later, I was earning over $200,000. I earned $200,000 in 2009, over 200,000 in 2010. I say that to say, but it really took me less time than that to start making six figures. I got sober in 1998. In 2003, when I became an insurance agent, I earned $87,000. So, I'm telling you that this stuff is real. Yeah, transitioning. Osiris transitioning. Yeah. That's he I don't know if he's still here or not. So be careful with what you wish for. You just might get it, man. Hey, Jack. He said, congratulations on living your dream. Good to see you, my friend. You look happy. You're right across from me now, Jack. When I'm in Dumagetti, a cup of coffee. Now, he said, congrats on living your dream. He's living his dream. And me and Jack is the same age. He's 60. If it's God's will and the creek don't rise, I'll be 60. Now, he's married to a beautiful 23-year-old. And she, and so could he have dated a 40 or 50-year-old? I'm sure he could have. To answer your question, Brian. But he said, I want a 23-year-old. What's the difference? She's a grown woman. That's the way I look at it. Hey, Gavin, he said, that's it. I'll do what's best for you for sure, watching and supporting from Australia. Hey, thanks, Gavin. My anime. He says, hello, good morning, Sir Calvin. Watching here in Bahrain. Oh, man, thank you. He said, what in an onward ticket? You can't have just a one-way to the Philippines. Either a round trip, meaning going back home, or an onward ticket, meaning you're going somewhere else. Your final destination can't be the Philippines unless you're returning Filipino, returning from overseas, or overseas Filipino worker, or SRV, or permanent resident. If you're just a regular tourist, an onward ticket means you come to the Philippines, you got 30 days, remember? So you have to leave. You have to leave within 30 days. Okay? That's why it's best to get the round trip. The round trip is going to save you money. And who knows, you may need it. The biggest mistake I see guys making over here, man, y'all buying these one-way tickets. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know who's telling you to do that. You don't even know if you're going to make it over here. You don't even know if this place is for you and you buying a one-way ticket. What's wrong with y'all, man? Don't do that. Every round trip ticket I've seen is less than a one-way. And that's what I would tell you to do. I would suggest you to do. Go ahead and buy the round trip. And then what you can do is make your return trip as far out as the airline will let you. See, if you make your reservations on the actual airline website, you're going to get a whole lot more perks. You're going to get a lot more flexibility. And that's what I would do. Will says, I've been sober for 38 years, man. Congratulations. People don't realize how, unless you don't have a problem with drinking or drugs or whatever it is, you think, oh, it's no big deal. But it is for somebody like me. I'm a problem drinker. Okay. I'm an alcoholic when I drink. Alcohol, and people say, because my kids, they really don't get it. They say, Daddy, you haven't had a drink in almost 25 years. You're no longer an alcoholic. I said, yes, I am, because if I put alcohol or drugs in my system, it's going to do me the same way it always has. I'm not cured. It starts and stops up here. I'm my biggest problem. the cocaine, the alcohol, and all that's just a symptom of what's really wrong with me. There was a void I'm trying to fill with the drugs or with the alcohol. And once I got down to really what was causing my problem, I was able to stop drinking. But the first few times I tried, I was white knuckling it. Like, man, I got 3 days, I got 6 days, and finally you get drunk. But when you surrender and say, what I got to do, man, you start following suggestions and stuff like that. Next thing you know, you look up, you celebrating your year. I'm getting ready to do 25 years. I'm like, where did the 25 years go? Really? Yeah, man. And a lot of people are glad I'm clean and sober, especially my kids. They've never seen me drunk. They never seen me drunk. And that's, like I said, that's my biggest accomplishment, man. Robert Dame says other bloggers have subscribers, so Calvin has a community of good guys. The proof is in the pudding. Absolutely, man. And I pride myself on that. I'm not the biggest YouTuber over here. I'm not the most popular. But I guarantee you, I'm one of the most influential. And I really like that about my channel, man. We've got a community over here. You show up over here, you won't be lost. You don't have to pay consultation fees. Because I'm going to point, if you go to Cebu, there's 3 or 4 or 5 guys there, I just point you to them. They're going to take you under their wing, man, and show you everything you need to know. That's important. But I don't knock guys who charge consultation fees. The time, keep some of you guys honest, because some of you guys just take kindness for weakness. You try to get as much as you can for nothing. And then some people really need it. I'm telling you from experience, every single month since the Philippines is open, there's been a guy over here to see me who has no clue once he gets here. I literally have to lead him around by his hand, like I'm babysitting him, and I don't mind doing it. So get off the backs of those guys, man. Some guy. Imagine you're gonna say that some guy who has 100,000 subscribers doesn't need to charge consultation fees. But how can you say that unless you got 100,000 and you're really able to manage that type of audience? And by the way, the guy's super popular. Hey, Mr. JJ, so congratulations on the beach house. I'll be there in June in the Philippines. Just come on over here, guys. Live your dream. A man without a dream is a dead man, the way I see it. It's the only way I was able to stay in the insurance business my last 4 or 5 years, man. I was working on fumes. I was working. Only thing that kept me propped up was that dream of one day getting out of there. I had a plan. Hey, Road to the Philippines says, I'm just tuning in. What happened to Osiris transitioning? No, I said he's over here. I don't know if he's still over here. I was just saying he's over here. Because Mo's over here too. Remember I interviewed both of them? Mo is in Cebu now. He's supposed to be coming over to see me. And Mo has a 22-year-old. It's not against the law. Beach of Life says, I'm an alcoholic. I've been sober since November 30th. Yeah, see? I can't diagnose you. You got to diagnose yourself. DeMarco Smith says, I plan on leaving the United States one day soon. Oceania, Southeast Asia, Southern Europe, South America, and Africa is where I'm looking as permanent residence. I don't know which one yet. Well, I tell you what, here's the thing. If you got like a list of places you're going to visit, make sure the Philippines is last. Because if you don't, you're not going to see the rest of those places. If you're anything like me. I had planned a trip around the world at $20,000. That's all I walked away with for my divorce. The problem was I came here first. I haven't went anywhere else. I never went anywhere else. It checked all the boxes, man. That's a fact. It checked all the boxes. Thanks, Hybrid 711. I appreciate that, man. He says, you're a smart brother. That's why I watch your channel. I just, share. I'm 60 years old, I was telling somebody. If I don't have some type of lessons on life that I can share, man, what I've been doing for the last 60 years. And that's really all I'm doing, Hybrid. I'm just sharing with guys who are interested, men and women, who are interested in coming over here, what I'm seeing over here, really. What's life really like over in the Philippines for just a normal person that doesn't have $1 million, that doesn't have some fancy degree, own a business and all of that? What's it really like? And I tell you, and I think that's my service to my fellow man. This is what I found my calling. It's what I'm going to do. And I believe I've helped people in that regard. And I only on here once they get here. I built that guest house for a reason, man, because I know there's going to be guys. Ask my buddy Oliver if I'm just faking or not. He came over, he didn't have a clue. I said, you stay in that guest house until you get a clue. Then he eventually ventured out, he got his own apartment. Now he's got a beautiful house over here with a nice young woman, and I think that's what we should do. See, my thing was, Sec 777, he said, life without alcohol is the key to finding true happiness in life. Is one of the reasons I couldn't quit before, because I couldn't envision a life without it. I associated all my fun with alcohol, but really when I thought it all the way through, most of my misery was from alcohol and drugs too. But I thought, what am I going to do? What kind of life am I going to have without it? A much better life. That's a fact for me. He said, I quit cigarettes 3 years ago, but I know if I have one puff, I'm back to 30 a day. Absolutely. Because the cigarettes aren't the problem, boss. Or boss, you're the problem. It doesn't help that nicotine is addictive. Oh, okay, Hal Funk Bass. He said, Cal, I'm back home in California from Paranaki City. I got sick with a sinus infection in the last 3 days of my stay in the Philippines, but I'm returning back to the Philippines in June. Man, I hope you feel better. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Don't let it despair you. When you get over here, a lot of times when I used to come back and forth to the Philippines, I'd always get these cold-like symptoms. And I don't know why. But I'd come over here and for 3 or 4 days, man, I'd have a sore throat, stopped up nose. But I guess the more I stayed around here, the more I got acclimated, because we're on a whole other hemisphere. I mean, you're way over here. That's one of the reasons I came to the Philippines. I was tired of the Mexicos and all that places. I said, I'm going as far away as I can. And I came to the Philippines. So, you're going to get sick over here sometimes, man. There's very few people that I know that didn't get sick some kind of way. But don't let that stop you from coming back, because the more you come back, you're going to get acclimated. Man, this is a different climate over here. I mean, it's sticky over here. It's hot and sticky. It's not just hot. See, people always talk about the heat. Hell, it's hot in America. But the damn humidity, look at me. This is perfect right here. Old school Chicano 74 says, don't be a victim of shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah. See, go ahead and do it. What are you going to do with the rest of your life, man? What are you going to do? Are you just going to sit there and complain about how the women are treating you? You're underappreciated over there. Your job's working you twice as hard. You was for the same pay, but you're not doing anything about it. Because, see, it takes a real man to move away, to leave everything behind, to have a plan, to take this, man, and get on that plane and be like, I'm going to try something different. That's why everybody doesn't get sober. You can't be a punk and get sober because we're afraid of the pain. Just like, that's why, I was talking to the doctor. See, I quit smoking too. I quit smoking like how old is my daughter? 24. So 24 years ago. And I asked the doctor, I said, why is it so hard for people to stop smoking? He said, because we know the pain that's going to follow. But he said the pain doesn't last but 3 or 4 days. But we're afraid of the pain. We're afraid of gaining weight. So we don't. Yeah, guys. I don't know what's going on with this. So I came in here by the router. I'll do the last few minutes in the router. But he said it's the reason why people don't. Let me get away from this light. He said that's the reason why people don't stop smoking. He says because we're afraid. And that's the same thing why people won't get on that plane and go wherever it is you're trying to go, or leave that divorce, or that messed up relationship, or that old funky job that they ain't treated you right since day one, because you're afraid of the pain that goes along with it. Well, I'm going to tell you, that pain don't last, man. That pain don't last. I wish I was lying about my life. I wish, that things were a lot better for those 23 years, man. When I told you, man, I used to drink, man, till it was all gone. I smoked crack till it was all gone. And if you think I wouldn't put your life in jeopardy, you're a damn lie, because if I put my life in jeopardy, I would put yours in jeopardy. But, the universe had different plans for me. But I said, the hell with it, man. I didn't know what tomorrow was going to bring when I stopped drinking. But I said it had to be a whole lot better than what I'm experiencing now. And that's what you got to say. You got to really weigh it up, man, and say, hey, am I really unhappy? And if I am, then what am I going to do about it? Hey, Eric Powell, thanks for that super chat. He said, thank you, Cal. I want to be an example, man, really. That's all I want to be. If I can be that, then I've done my job. I don't have to be anything else, man. If I can get one man to come over here or wherever you going, just to try something different, man, then I've done my job. Hey, Will, thanks for that super chat. He said, fellas, don't forget when you travel, carry Tylenol, Theraflu, Alka-Seltzer Plus, and all the meds you like. Philippine meds are not as strong from my experience. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of this over-the-counter stuff here is powerful. But you're right. I forgot what Sam Champion called something type of pack that you bring here. W Secret Success blog said, what's the rehab for tricking? Damn it, can't give it up. Well, remember, it's not the tricking, it's you, W Secrets. It's your thinking. But as far as I'm concerned, with somebody like me, abstinence is the only thing that really helps me with that alcohol and drugs. So if you tricking, you losing all your money, you can't pay your bills and all that, then you might want to give it up. Give it up for good. Yeah, the Z pack. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is, a Z pack. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here because I don't know what's going on with my internet. we'll continue this on Thursday when I find out what's going on. But thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. Remember, if you come through Siquijor Island, man, come on over here, man, and holler at me. And we got room for you. Thank you to everybody who's went to Amazon and downloaded my first story in my ebook. It's in the description under this video, man. I'm almost up to 100 downloads. I like to get that thing to 1,000 because I know I'd get some recognition from Amazon then, because I'm going to upload my second story on Friday or Saturday. And until all 5 stories in this volume 1 are uploaded, then I'm going to be starting on volume 2, because I'm going to put them all in one book. So when you come over here, you can get the book. We're looking for one now. See, I've got this. Let me show you. This is just a rough copy. This has got all 5 of my stories in it. But this is just a rough copy. I'm going to get the original copy. So if you want a copy and you're over here in the Philippines, I'll be able to sign it and give it to you. What's up, Franz? This is the guy I was telling y'all, because somebody was on the live stream. They said that the passport bro, Austin, is over in Tanzania. And I said, well, hell, I've got a buddy that lives there, been living there for years. He said it's real nice over there. You actually married an African woman. So, yeah, but I did want to say that to any vloggers over in Africa, and this is what my buddy Jules Travel said. That's where he lives. And that's where he vlogs. He said, it's not like you, Cal. He said, I got to be really, really careful about what I say online. He said, he's been to jail. He's been in the fights. He said, them Africans don't play that. See, that's why I love the Philippines so much. They don't bother you over here. He said, just from his vlog, people give him all kinds of hell over that. I wish he'd come on and talk about that, man, because y'all got to be careful, man, if you're vlogging over there in Africa. Let Austin know that, if he doesn't know already. It's not the same in a lot of these places. Them Africans, man, they take that stuff personal. He said, man, yeah, he said, they give me all kind of hell over here, Uncle Calvin. That's what he called me, man. But, yeah, be careful, guys. But, yeah, y'all take care. Stay safe, stay COVID free. Hold on, let me get my speaker. Y'all know I got to do my... This man was nice enough to give me this. He was nice enough to imagine he took time out to make this theme song, man. It's the type of community that I've got over here, guys. Does anybody else have an original theme song besides me? That a guy actually sit down in his studio and made this? And we own the copyrights to this.
Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Yeah, thank you, brother. He said just download the book. If you like to read, man, if you know somebody that likes to read, these aren't trash, man. I'm not selling garbage. These are going to be interesting stories, man, out of my mind about actual experiences that I've encountered over here. Now, eventually, I'm working a little bit at a time. See, now that's one of the reasons I got this place, because I'm able to, my creative juices really flow over here. I'm going to write the Sunshine Shoulders Greatest Hits. the real nitty gritty on coming to the Philippines, you know, and this is gonna be with all the stuff I've been saying, and you know, and stuff like that. But he said, "What's the nightlife like, man? They be partying here, man. Right where I am, there's so many bars on both sides of the street, and you gotta realize then you got that beautiful ocean. See, that white sand goes all around this 53-kilometer island. They be partying over here, man. If you like European women, you come over here, you're gonna see them. I mean, they in perfect shape. It's like they got a beauty contest or something going on over here in Siquijor. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time.